I'm Andy Hurly. I'm Vice Chair of the Oldman Watershed Council, and let's start with successes. I think our greatest successes rely upon the fact that we have, the fact that we have very active working teams. We've had our state of the watershed team, we have a rural team and urban team, we have a science team, and we have our integrated watershed management plan team. And the benefit of these is that we have an incredible amount of breadth of expertise and involvement throughout the community in terms of these teams. And they bring in the experience and sometimes even the resources of other organizations, so that we really feel that on each team we're very much engaged in our communities, and hence we're able to do to accomplish a lot more than we would just on our own budget. That's, I think, particularly obvious in our integrated watershed management plan. We have 4 phases of the plan. We did a visioning phase where we asked people, stakeholders and residents of the watershed, what they want our watershed to look like in the future. We did a risk assessment plan where we basically brought in, again, a big working team to help us understand what are the risks to those visions. We set priorities in phase 3, and now we have actually started to develop our plan, the first phase of our plan, dealing with the headwaters. That's where the water starts. That's where we decided to start our integrated watershed management plan. The network of communication that we are able to attain by this broad representation of volunteers as working members of our team really allow us to respond to our community needs, take advantage of to opportunities.
Sorry, yes, I'll be a little closer.
Microphone's not very good. Sorry, take advantage of opportunities as they arise, and even head off problems. This all allows us to build credibility and support for our work in the Oldman Watershed. In terms of opportunities, I think our greatest opportunity right now is to make sure that we connect our integrated watershed management plan with larger scale planning that's going on in our region, that is the South Saskatchewan Regional Plan. We need to ensure that we maximize the commonalities between our goals there, dealing with the economic, environmental, and social prosperity of residents of our watershed. And we need to make sure that we avoid conflicting messages across those levels. Our intentions, I think, are the same. We need to make sure that we work together as we develop these things on local levels and on regional levels. In fact, the OWC, because we have developed such good community networks, we feel we have a lot to offer the regional plan as it develops on this higher level. And finally, the way we're putting together our integrated watershed management plan is that we are recognizing that there are serious trade-offs we need to decide on. We can't do everything everywhere all the time. We need to make trade-offs. And I think it's really important that we do that not just at our watershed level, but that we do that at the more regional level. And finally, in terms of challenges, we have found over the last couple of years our biggest challenge is access to data. There's a lot of data available in various ministries within the Government of Alberta, and although various aspects of our partnership with the Government of Alberta work really well, there are other aspects that don't work so well, and accessing data is one of those. For example, getting a hold of forestry data for our State of the Watershed report was impossible. Getting access to groundwater data would be most useful, and it's either a slow process or it doesn't happen at all. There are data on thousands of wells in our watershed that are held by environment and by health. It would cost us hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars to replicate collection of those data, and we would really like to see all sorts of data from various ministries from the Government of Alberta made more accessible to us and generally to the public. It it's our data. I think we should have it, and we continue to try to work with the Government of Alberta so that we can basically maximize the benefits that can be attained from those data. Thank you.